Welcome to our weekly New Global Media Talk Show. Today is July 14, 2024. Today we have our guest here, Lamin Manjang, the CEO of Concern Gambian. They did a protest against the judiciary bill last week, and he's here to actually have an interview with our panelists here. So I have my co-host, Sam Ceesay. Sam, welcome to the show. So Mr. Manjang, you can just jump right into it about the protest. So tell us the background about the protest, what this idea, why is this needed? Why is it that the other bill about the president's bill, there was no protest like this until we allowed that to pass? And just give us a brief synopsis about this, and then we can just ask you questions as the interview goes. Thank you.
Okay. This started at the University of the Gambia. We have a WhatsApp page in the university that everything that is raised in there, that is a problem in the Gambia, is being raised there, and we will discuss about it every day. So this was sent in the page. I read the bill. I just see it that these people are trying to enrich themselves. They are not thinking of the Gambia. They are all they're thinking about is themselves. Then I consult a friend in the page. I told them that I'm going to open a WhatsApp page that every concerned Gambian can join. And we are going to protest for this. What he told me was in a local language, Gambia, saying, yeah, that's what he called. Gambia, anything that is initiated will not go. It will not go through. They will just be talking on WhatsApp pages. When the day comes, we will not see anybody. I told him, yeah, we will try and see. Let's try and make a move. Then that instant, I opened the page, WhatsApp page. Then I joined a friend, a lady. I make her admit to the page. Then we share the link to the other UDG groups pages. Then within 3 to 4 hours, we managed to get 600 people, and they are all active chatting on the page, saying we are waiting for this kind of a platform where we can say, if you really understand this bill, you will know that this does not favor the Gambia. So it will backfire to us, the taxpayers. We are the people who are going to suffer. Then the following day, I opened executive group. I sent a message in the page that whoever wants to join the executive page, you can just send me your number and your background and what you're doing, we know. Then I don't get any response from anybody. The following day, I get a response from 2 to 3 people. Then I add them in the executive page where we will discuss way forward. Then we were 5 in number, 4 boys and one girl who were in that page. Then we strategize, we talk. Then the following day, and the other page was full. It was 1,025 people. You know, WhatsApp, it only takes 1,025 in a page. Then it was full. Then I opened another one. That one also was full. Then we try and open the third group. Altogether, we have 3 groups plus 1 executive group. Right now, as I'm talking to you, we are 10 in number in the executive. Yes. And after I contacted Western Gambia, that the post that you posted, yeah, we have taken it upon us as the university students of the Gambia, because we are the future of this country. So we are not only at the university to learn and get good jobs. We should also be concerned about our nation, things that are going on. Then I had a press conference with one one radio, Kambi. They called to interview me. Then I told them that we are going to go ahead with this protest. We have already written our permit. We have sent it to the IGP's office. Now we are waiting for their call. Then I texted what's on Gambia to tell them. They posted it too. Then I saw many medias posting it. Then I know that this thing is going to work. Then when I start talking with people in the page, I see that they are very, very concerned about this. I know all of them will not come out, but if you have a good number, that will be okay. Then we start talking, then we receive a call that, some people will not engage you until you get a permit. Then we are called that we should go there on Wednesday for screening. Then we went for screening. They screened us, but at the screening, I told the police, the people who are screening us, I told them, this protest is for you people. It is not for us. We are students, although we Gambians, it will affect us, but this is actually for you people. The nurses, the police, other civil servants. So these people don't care about you people. All they care about is themselves. Because you people are the people who are working for this country. You work for this country more than any other person, than any other civil servant. So to deny us this permit would be a very, very disheartening scenario. Then the police told me that, yeah, we see this, we cannot protest against the government, but we are really welcome to meet you this, and I'm sure that you are going to get this permit. That's what the police told me on that day. Then on Friday, they call us to go for our permit. Yeah, we receive our permit. Then everything started from there. After receiving the permit, we gain more power. We gain more people in the page who are ready to come out. Yeah, but to them, maybe they thought that this thing will not have. Maybe they think that we are not going to be powerful. We are going to have numbers that are going to go out. That will go out. Then on that Sunday, they called to revoke, to change our day from Monday to Tuesday, which I said no, it will not happen. Already our permit is in our hand, and we are going to go out on Monday. It was a big push and pull between me and them. Yeah, I engaged my group, my pages. What they told me is that if you allow them to move it to Tuesday, then we are not going out. Then I stood by the Monday. I said that we are going to have our protest on Monday. And that's how the protest went about. And alhamdulillah, it was successful. Even with the rain, people were out to voice their concern about this bill. That is not favorable to the Gambians.
Thank you. Thank you. Just to get it more interactive here, we're gonna try to make our this thing short and precise so that we can all be jumping in. Now the question here is you did a phenomenal job to come up with this idea, getting this, jumping on top of this bill, but it appears that you're not the only Gambian, right? So why is it that out of the president's bill, which was prior to that, was passed and Gambians have been muted about it? Nobody came out to protest. If at all, this happened at that time, maybe that bill that will look like we're gonna be having two presidents at the same time, which is not fair to this country. It is not fair for people to pay two presidents, with all the with all the allowances and all that benefit at the same time. People, Gambian people sit and watch, and then in turn came out with this judiciary bill to really reach out to these groups and then trying to create this. What is going on in Gambia? What is the mindset? Is Gambians don't know their rights, or is it that people are fearful or opportunists, or people are just don't want the future of themselves and their country or their children? What was going on? Because this seems like it been happening, situations like that, and nobody stands for it. Yeah, go ahead. That's my question. Why is it
Yeah,
that like, yeah.
you know, yeah, Gambia. What I can see here is people are politically minded. They believe in this partisan politics. Anything that is related to the president, if you are supporting the president, you are not going to go against it. Even if it does not favor you, you will see that it does not favor the country, but you don't care. All you care about that I support the president, whatever he does is fine. I don't see that. Nobody knows my party. Nobody knows the party that I supported. But I see that this thing is not favorable to the Gambia. That's why I'm out. The president's bill was an oversight on my side because I heard about it lately. That time I was in
You're not the
exams.
only Gambian. You are not the only. It doesn't have to be only you. I mean, I'm saying that why is
Yeah,
that
it doesn't have to be.
muted
Yeah,
like on all
it
this?
doesn't have to be. What the problem is, Gambia, the belief they have is what they believe Gambians have is if you look for a permit, they're not going to give it to you. And to be honest with you, that's the truth here. You will apply for a permit, they will reject the permit without no basis, no grounds. I was even surprised that we get this permit. Because this is not the first time I'm looking for. This is my second time applying for a permit. The first one was rejected. This one, Alhamdulillah, it was successful. And secondly, the mindset of Gambian is I'm not a politician. That's the mindset of Gambians. I'm not a politician, so I'm not going to go into protest or other stuff. You don't have to be a
So
politician to be a protest for your country.
technically, Gambians don't know their rights.
They don't know their rights.
It's unlike Senegal.
That's number one thing in the Gambia. That's the number one problem we have in the Gambia. Gambian citizens don't know their rights.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I hope this.
That's the bottom line.
Yeah,
They don't know their rights.
I hope you doing this would actually open up eyes and see that, there are possibilities for people to really.
I hope so.
Yeah, and then get up and do things in the right way and bring awareness to situations like that. Yeah. So Sam, if you have any questions, you can ask. I have more questions to come, but definitely, what the president's bill, you said that is an oversight. You did not you didn't know about it until it happened, and then none other people were able to get the kind of mindset or the thinking that you have to really come out and then protest against that one.
Yep. I think the protest was very legitimate, and it was something that was very necessary. And I know that the president's bill was out, and people spoke as well on social media, and people spoke about it. I personally came out and talked about it, and said my opinion on that bill, because it's a bill that was not good for our country. The head of state, the president, the leadership, the government, they all need to look after the country. There are certain things that, when they think about for the country or for themselves, they need to ask themselves, is this appropriate? Is this the right time for it? What about the other people? You should always think about what about the other people? I mean, if you go to increase the president's salary and the benefits, and then the cabinet, and you go now the judiciary bill, I mean, this is all about the people out there, the three arms of the government, and not the people that actually put them in power. And think about our police officers, think about our nurses, look at the teachers, how much do they make? Look at the drivers that work for the government, and so on and so forth. All the government, all the civil servants, before increasing salary and benefits for the top people that are already making a lot of money, why don't make to buy a bag of rice from their salary and be able to feed their family from their monthly salary. Those are the people that need the increase. So, you know, and I said this in my civil service, my proposed civil service reform, comprehensive civil service reform. You got to start from the bottom. Don't go to the top and then increase the salary. And you know what? I think this is at some point this president's bill got passed. I spoke against it. It got passed, and I think when we have these are the kinds of things that really creates a repeal of a bill, because when the next government comes in power, they can repeal this and really take them out, because it's bad for a country this small, in a country that struggles with the economy, in a country that has people really struggling to make ends meet because of the cost of living. So I think first I want to thank you guys for going out to protest, to show your opinion that this is bad for our country. I really want to thank you guys for doing that. It's the right move. It was the right move and the right thing for our country. People need to be able to show their opinion. That's democracy. That's democracy. We need to be able to protest against certain things that really is bad for our country. When you have the majority of the country that are poor and are struggling to make ends meet, but you have the top executive and the judiciary, the three arms of the government, want to make bills that enriches themselves, that makes their lives much easier. They're already enjoying, I mean, all the benefits that they have. Some of them are very unnecessary. I spoke about that, and in fact, it was on the news this past week, past Friday, I think, was in the news about some of the things that really the benefits that they're paying. They're paying these people with what is it called, a transportation bill, a transportation allowance. When you already have a government vehicle with government fuel, why are you getting paid transportation allowance? Transportation allowance is for people that use their own vehicle, their own fuel, and do government transactions. Those are the people you reimburse and give them transportation allowance, not someone that already have a government vehicle. Right. Now they also call something, they also have something called a responsibility allowance and professional allowance. Well, look at the job description of their job. If you look at every job, there is a job description for the job, for that position. The job description should states that this is the responsibility that you got. It lists the requirements and the responsibilities of the job. If you accept to take all of those, here is the salary that comes with it. Well, there should not be any additional funds for a professional allowance. Who created this nonsense allowance for people that are in the top? Professional allowance, responsibility allowance. Are you getting paid for the responsibility that you're taking? Why getting another allowance for that when the minority, the majority of the people are suffering? I mean, these are things that don't make sense. So I'm glad you guys came out and voiced your opinion and showed Gambians that and a lot of people supported you. I am in full support of your opinion. Is my opinion too. That's why I voiced it out. So everyone needs to speak up, speak out for things that really don't make sense. Bad for our economy. We have hospitals that even can't accommodate enough people. You have hospitals that you go to and find people sleeping on the floor, no beds for them. You have hospitals that don't have any medicine. I mean, this is crazy when you have a country like that and crazy things like that happening. And our leaders don't think about the patient. They don't think about a hospital. They don't think about saving money to be able to accommodate for all of these. Instead, they want to live a luxury life by just enriching themselves. So that's my opinion. It's bad for our country, and I'm fully against it.
Thank you, Sam. You know, it's bad for our country, of course, is greed. And thinking about National Assembly, the Mr. Manjang, I've seen some opposition National Assembly members who are not muted about this bill, who likes, like, they're not criticizing it. What is your take on that? You know, being that, you know, this is not good for the country and they're there in the parliament, you know, they are not being, you know, jumping on it, you know, all over the place. or being part of the demonstrators. I think only one opposition was part of it. So according to the news by heart. So what is your take on that?
I was very, very disappointed. To be honest with you, I was so much disappointed that even the biggest political party in the Gambia here have not released a statement on this issue, which was a surprise to me.
When you mean the biggest,
But,
when you mean the biggest opposition party, just spell it out.
Yeah, United Democratic Party. I have not seen any statement against this bill from them. Last week, no, on Friday, no, on Saturday or Friday, I have an interview, talk show on Kerfat. I was there with someone who is from United Democratic Party, was a member. He said they are discussing the bill and they will release a statement before on the 15th. That's what they said. The problem with the Gambia is if this was a political protest, this outside Banyu would have been full to capacity. They believe in politics more than even their rights. Something that is disturbing you, your family, and everybody in the Gambia. They see politics as more important than this. That's my take. And for those political parties that do not make any statement, I'm disappointed in them. Yeah.
Why do you think they haven't made a statement? Is it because they think that it might affect them in the polls, or is it that they have some hidden benefits?
Yeah, maybe there is some hidden benefits that we don't know. But I've spoke with some members who are in the Democratic Party and they are in the parliament. They are against this bill. They are against this bill, and there are the people who are even giving me information, yeah, about this bill, the day to be passed, everything. Yeah. So I don't know on their executive. I don't know why they did not release any statement yet. But they said they are going to release a statement as they promised before the 15th. So we're waiting for it.
Okay. Now, with this bill, I know like some other people argue that the bill was basically, it's like judiciary and is another branch that is very important. If they are not given enough benefits, they might be, forced to corruptions, like they might be, be given some, some money, that could influence their work. And also, there's another argument that the judges, their pension time is, like up to 70 something years. So you can see that, these are some of the reason why they should be considered, these allowances and so forth.
Let me come quick. My battery is almost down and we're not having light right now. My battery is almost down. Let me respond to this one quickly. Okay, these people are already receiving a huge amount of money from the Gambia. These people are having cash given to them by the government, taxpayers' money. They are receiving huge salary. We are not against the enumeration bill. We are not against their compensation and other stuffs. What we are saying, at the current situation the Gambia is in, you cannot give this huge amount of money to just a specific few people and ignore the others. That's our take in this. The economic situation of the Gambia right now, you cannot give out this kind of a bill. It's not correct. People like the Gambia who cannot even have 2 meals in a day. You cannot pay police, the security officials, good amount of money. That's why there is a lot of corruption in the police. Bribery is all over. It's because they're not receiving good salary. Doctors are working in 2 hospitals, two hospitals, all because they don't receive good salary. You are having good salary. You are receiving good salary. you having coupon for for the card the government gave you. The taxpayers are paying for it. They are giving houses. They are giving security to secure their families. What else do they need again? They are saying that if they leave work, if they are retired, they cannot get work from any other place. Who is denying them to go and look for another work, another job? Farming is here, fishing is here, they can do it.
Yeah.
These people are just, what I see is that this is selective justice because judiciary, parliament, and the president. First was the president bill, judiciary, then the parliament. They are the three arms of the government, and they are very important. They are the lawmakers of this country. So the president is taking advantage of this, increasing their salaries, so that he will have them on board. Whatever he say will be the final say.
So you are saying that
and also
this might be a target.
I'm having only 1% left in my battery. My phone is about to off. I want to give you this information too. We received a letter from the National Assembly day before yesterday that we're having a meeting with them tomorrow by 2.
Yeah. So Sam, I think his battery is dead. Can you hear me, Sam?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah. So I think his battery is dead. But the main thing here, he already spelled that out with us, which is that the president is using this to increase their salary in the form of bribery, so that the executive could have power to, to control these people, and, like they can buy into anything they bring on board. So that is the big elephant in the house, according to his analysis before he dropped out. He's not increasing the salary of average Gambians or the poor people or the ones who deserved it. He's doing so on a strategically based on people who have influences, especially the judges, so that he could be at his disadvantage in case of anything. So I think Gambian people, we should be very, very much aware when it comes to our political officers, when it comes to our leaders, because this is a downright, injustice, upon regular citizens. If you want to increase pay, you have to increase it across the board. Minimum wage has to be increased. The poor people, in the rural areas should be having increase in pay, but not strategically on areas that you probably would need, or your government would need, in order to benefit when there's a need for it. So, Sam, I don't know what is your take on that, because it dropped out, and then we can just, wrap it up, if you have, any other observation on this topic.
Yeah, he's right. And just like I said earlier, it doesn't make sense to increase salaries for people that are already making a lot of money, and leaving the ones that are really out there that should have been receiving more money. So, in my opinion, it's very important that the government really look after the people that really needs the money, and needs the salary increase should be for people that are not making enough money, are the people that really should be getting that. And on the other side is they really shouldn't be um, increasing salaries for them and benefits for them in general, and while you have people that need the money. So I think it's very, very important. I know he got off the phone,
got off because he had some stuff to do and things like that. But I think it's very, very important that our people in the whole country, it's very important that they look into this seriously. And anytime there's any type of sort of increase that they think about, they need to really, in my opinion, they shouldn't even increase salaries for the top people. They need to go from the bottom and bring them up so you can balance the pay for people. Bring the bottom up, leave the top where they are, because they are already where they shouldn't be in the first place. But since they're already there, it may be very difficult to reduce their salary to be able to increase the bottom. So with such bill coming out, this is an opportunity to say, no, we shouldn't increase this bill. We shouldn't do this. Instead, let's increase the people from the bottom. That's the way it should be. If not, like I said, the next government should really repeal this and just bring them all down so that and remove all of these benefits out of it, including the president's bill. There should be some retirement for the president. I totally understand that. That should happen. But we, as a poor country, should not be paying for two presidents at the same time. So we should be there should be a difference between a sitting president, a big difference between a sitting president and a retired president. You know what I mean? A former president. So they should have some benefits, but we shouldn't match them close to a sitting president, which makes the country pay for two different presidents. So and it's important, and we could also get to a point whereby a president may run for 5 years, and then next election another president comes in and that wins, and then there is a former president already in the country that we're taking care of. Now we have another one. Now we have a third president, a third person that's there. We're going to get to that point because the two-term limit should come into play in our constitution, and when that happens, there is going to be a president that may, and in the way the Gambians are awakened now, and like I said, in the past I said this, 2016 has been a wake-up call for Gambia. There is going to be a time that we will have a president that will run for 5 years, and then after his first term, people may change their mind and see that, you know what, this is not working for us. Let's change and get somebody else. And that will happen. And that's going to put that president also in the back burner of the Gambian taxpayers as another former president that we'll have to pay. So think about all of that. And I think it doesn't make sense to be paying all of these monies to the top people when and while we allow the bottom to suffer and struggle to make ends meet and struggle to really be able to afford the cost of living. So that, in my opinion, that's what we need to look at. Yeah.
Right. So you nailed it really hard on the head. I think the focus should be on the people who definitely are not making ends meet and they can't even feed their families. If you look at the Gambia salary scale, the expenses on food and housing and medical is far way more than people earning. Somebody earning even $10,000 is, one job cannot sustain you if you have a family of 2 or 3. So you have to do it from the bottom up. Like you said, those who are sustainable already, they can sustain, themselves. The salary is like making 50, 100. Why would you have to create more for those? So if you really want to have a society where people can have a better living. So I think the president and his folks are not really worried about the average Gambians or the poor people or middle class. They are worried about sustainability of their position in power and their allies and the people who have the power to influence things. They are looking out for them instead of the well-being of the Gambia. So I think that's why this protest took place, and we really have to thank Mr. Manjang, Momodou Lamin Manjang, the CEO of the Concerned Citizen, for coming with this initiative. I know there are many Gambians out there, but we need to stop being quiet, and we need to come out from our comfort zone and started to act on our rights. if you don't act on your rights, you're just gonna be losing. This young man, decided to create this group, and then look what happened. It generated so much, support and attention, and then this could actually change the dynamics of the way things are going. This is why we need Gambians like this. And this is why we're here in New Global Media, to have this Sunday show, to enlightening, to add, to what is going on, our thoughts and our ideas, and also what we know about what is going on in our community, in our country. So I think, Sam, definitely this topic has really been discussed in other medias and platforms, and you yourself has made some reports on it from your solution to Gambia, and other people's had said something about it. So I think hopefully this bill will not go anywhere, and we can go back to President's bill. Can go back to President's bill and repeal that, because I personally don't think we should have two presidents at the same time. Meaning, a co-president having the same pay, the same benefits. That would really dip into our national coffers. We need to save every penny and dime we can. So if we need to have small government, that's what we need to have in order to really prosper. So your final thoughts?
Yep. I think, we said it all. This bill, I mean, there's really not much to talk about here, because every single Gambian needs to think of one thing, and ask themselves, no matter how much you like the president, no matter how much you like the cabinet, no matter how much you like the people in power, but does it make sense? That's what everybody needs to ask themselves. Does it make sense? Can you continue to give more money to the richer, and then and skip the poor, and skip the people that are struggling? Does it make sense? The answer to every single Gambian should be a no. And if that's the case here, if the answer is no, then it shouldn't happen. So that's why we all need to talk and speak the same language on this, and everybody needs to say their mindset. And as a result, even if this passes, I can see the next National Assembly repealing it and changing it. And the next government, I think, should be able to change this right away, before it gets too far into the years of paying a lot of expensive stuff to our former people, former presidents, and also our three arms of government. Instead of paying them more, let's think about the average Gambian first, and that's more important. And if the average Gambian, all the civil servants, get more money instead of the top people, the more money they have, the more they can spend in the economy. And once they start spending in the economy, because they get in the money, that helps the economy also grow. But right now, they don't have the money to spend. They're borrowing to spend. And every time they get paid, they're going to have to go to the shopkeepers and pay them that money. So we're not moving anywhere. And that is not the solution. The solution is stop this bill. And also, if there's any opportunity to increase salary or benefits, it should be from the bottom. And nothing should be added to the top. It should just always go from the bottom, bring them up to close that salary gap and benefit gap between the top and the bottom. And that's all I have.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And then the sad thing is, just to close, there are some of those bills and then some of those the loans and then or debts, they're gonna be piling up here, and then the folks who are really benefiting from now, they might not even be alive the time that those bills are paid. So we are inheriting something for our children, our grandchildren, our generations to come, which we will not be around to even witness what they're gonna go through. So it's very unfair. It's very selfless to paying people money that you don't even own, your country don't even have, just because you can borrow from somewhere with high interest. So I think people, it's time for us to act and then get sense. Yeah. Thank you so much for your Sunday time.
Thank you. Yes,
thank you for to our guest, Lamin Manjang.
Oh, no problem.
Yeah.
Oops. Yeah, thank you. Did you guys